Right, how do I...
Chainsaw Man!
Jesus Christ, he went right into it.
Before we talk about Chainsaw Man, I feel as though we must address the transgressions against Scoop-de-Whoop 1030. I'm so sorry, Scoop-de-Whoop 1030. I agree. You know, I had forgotten because it had been so long. There's a reason I made the thumbnail of that last video like a triple review. I assumed that we talked about all 3 chapters in that chunk of recording. No, I had forgotten that the reason that there was a huge content gap was because I spent like 3 days trying to like manually fix the audio of the fucked up original recording, where I did in fact spend half the video bragging about the fact that I correctly read sexual assault Chan's character arc from the beginning when everyone else wanted to decry her for the sexual assault. I was like, no, there's deeper meaning to that sexual assault.
There's deeper meaning to that sexual assault, Red 2023.
Yep. You know, I mean, it is, I mean, you know, yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but, you know, it's, oh, God, it really is sad how, it really is a gender thing, isn't it? Like, because if it was, like, a guy character, that there'd be no, like, forgive him.
It's why, like, female teachers get away with a lot more than male teachers would when they groom children, right? And
to be fair to females as a almost a species, as a gender, a lot of that is older men like reinforcing that, like, you're lucky, I would love it if that happened to me.
You should feel grateful that she's giving you the time of day.
It's because those men have never gone to therapy and they never unpacked that they were graped. Anyway, Scoop-de-Whoop. Here's my abridged thoughts on the characterization of sexual assault Chan. I, of course, love it. I really wish I could salvage that because we had like a half a video conversation about it. But essentially, if I remember correctly, it was like her parents were not saved during the Aki Chainsaw Man fight, and but she didn't. At first she was mad at him, but then she saw him de-transform, saw that he was just like a kid, and then kind of humanized him. And I remember talking about how, like, basically it's ironic that, like, this person who did this terrible thing to him is, like, the first person that's, like, humanizing him. I remember discussing how something that Denji always used to say in the beginning of the series was, like, everyone cares about the chainsaw heart, but not Denji's heart. And again, ironically, Sexual Assault Chan was and is the first person seemingly, besides maybe like Power Naki, to do that. First person in a while to like humanize him, you know, be like, oh my god, you're a kid. And I thought it takes incredible maturity. And especially like, I mean, in terms of like fiction tropes, how many times have we seen this whole like, you didn't save my parents and that's why I'm a villain. It's like, bro, what are you, fucking 6? Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah,
I love it. I've never seen a character be that mature in a fiction before, where they're like, you know what? I was mad for a second, but then I calmed down and realized, especially once she saw him like de-transform, it's like, oh, he's not a god, he's not a deity, he's not a devil, he is just like a kid, younger than me. You know what I mean? Like that sobering realization. And I think that ironically, if you think about it, you can kind of tie it into like, what has public safety been trying to get him to do this whole time? No. You do not want to reveal yourself. You want to keep that secret identity. But like, ironically, I almost wonder if he did come out and say like, yeah, I am just a kid. No doubt there'd still be people being awful and toxic to him, but I do think a lot more people would be like, oh shit, this is just like a kid. Like if he came out and told his story, not if he just came out and was like, I want to be famous, but if he came out and like told like here's what happened to me. This terrible thing happened to me. I grew up being like, taken advantage of by the fucking mafia because my dad's debts, and then this crazy bitch from public safety fucking started taking advantage of me, and then like if he told his whole story, I feel like more people would be like, oh shit, oh, damn,
yeah,
you know, and
like
so
a Civil War arc, but make it comics instead of the MCU version.
Yeah, well, and I almost wonder if maybe that's part of what, because I mean, this chapter even is cementing hard how public safety. It's interesting that public safety almost seems to be set up to like be a villain. I mean, again, it's not that black and white in Chainsaw Man, but like the framing of this chapter was very like, damn, because Asa, we're meant to root for Asa. We like Asa as the readers, and now we have Yoshida coming in there, chopping her fucking arm off, and like public safety is like manipulating media narratives. They're like, get the cameras on those crying children, start talk about how bad it is. So like they clearly have like a narrative and a fucking mission here, and it's interesting because I never looked at public safety as good or bad. I just looked at them as like a cog in the machine, right? It's like just like I don't know, any government organ. I always looked at them as better than cops, but I suppose cops gonna cop, right? I always used to think like, oh well, at least they're kind of doing like a job, because in part one they were kind of painted as like people sacrificing themselves. Like if you go into public safety, you're like almost guaranteed to die. So I was like, wow. So I almost looked at them more like firefighters. But now I think the copness is coming out. I don't know if Yoshida's in charge of this division or if there's like someone else higher up, but it feels a little darker and a little more corrupt than, ironically, than it did under Makima.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's absolute power corrupts absolutely kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
No matter like how deeply they want to change the world or how much they want to actually make things better, there's always going to be somebody there that's going to give into the power, right? And I don't think it's Yoshida that's giving into the power. I think he's more of just like the following orders, but we'll see. Like
he's got to be slightly high up. I mean, he personally is the one that is taking down War Devil, like Asa. He's got to be semi-high up there.
Yeah, so I'm on team kill Yoshida now. He must die.
How dare he touched our autistic girl. Allie, how do you feel about Yoshida now that he has dared to attack our autistic girl?
Based.
Wait, you're on Yoshida's side? Wait, real?
No. It was sad. I hate to see my two fighting.
You like? Oh yeah, she likes Yoshida too. Oh yeah. Damn. You were saying?
I guess that's the end of your relationship.
Yeah, they're saying I have to break up with you now that you're not defending Asa.
Damn. She's just too much like me. I can't.
Yeah, dude, you have no idea how literally her Asa is.
But yeah, I'm curious what Yoshida's end goal here is, because I don't think he's fully corrupted. I think he's more just like the type to go with what's going on because he wants to go fuck more bitches, because that seemed to be his goal in part one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, look at what he did in part one. Like when they got him on that job to fight. Who were they even fighting at I'm trying to remember. Right, was it specifically? I mean, I know he was fighting Quan, but I'm trying to remember like what the mission was, because it was like a million people from
Santa Claus shit.
Right. Well, a million people from every fucking country were like trying to kill Chainsaw Man. But I'm trying to remember like what was Yoshida's role in that. I know he ended up fighting Quan, but like was that the initial mission, or did he just happen to? Oh shit, Quan. I don't remember.
I do not remember right now.
Remind me in the comments, because like now I'm trying to think, because like. Did they know Quan? Oh no, they did know Quan was going to be there. Yeah, because they were like, all right, we really got to watch out for Quan. Was he just one of the people trying to like protect Chainsaw Man? Was that like his job?
Against like Santa Claus and the dolls and all that shit.
Right, because Japan was like, nah, we want to keep Chainsaw Man. So maybe he was one of the many people. And the fact that they went to him, we should have known that this kid was like a prodigy. Because I mean, again, it's insane. Like I knew Yoshida was good. I had no idea. I mean, he literally just like seemingly like soloed Asa. And remember, there's been like maybe a little under a year time skip. We see some cool Asa development here. I mean, she's a lot more confident and forward now. Mm-hmm. We have this moment where she's like, let me see here. All right, I have this plan. I'm going to turn my entire apartment room, which I wanted to see so bad. I'm going to turn this apartment room into a weapon, and then you control my body. And then she's like, "Damn, you're pretty wild compared to when we first met." And she's like, "Yeah, your fault." Yeah, and I also enjoy, in terms of like Asa's characterization, that because she's kind of being fronted as this like the head of this church, like a top figure of this church, but we're starting to see that to me it's kind of being implied that was kind of against her will, like that was kind of a position thrust upon her, and she was like, okay, sure, I guess, because when she sees what's happening, she was like, what were they doing? Excuse me, I thought this was just like a little fan club.
Right, and she kind of just. It's funny that she's like kind of gotten to this moment of like, I'm developing a lot more, all seemingly completely against her will, because like when we started the series or this part, right, she was this timid, shy, near suicidal girl up until like the Bucky stuff, and now she's turned into this autistic badass.
Also,
right?
beyond even shy, she was like vitriolic against like other people. Like, I mean, she was the type of person that would be like see two people kissing in a hallway and be like, "Fucking kill yourself." I hate. Like, I mean, the femcel vibes. You know what I mean? Like, she was like actively mad at the world because she didn't have friends. So I mean, like, she was beyond shy. She was like antisocial. You know.
And which I get sometimes. Like,
oh, no doubt. That's why she's literally me. We love her. I also love the face she's making in this panel. It's like it's some of the most expressive we've seen her. I love when Asa's expressive. She feels so human. Like even among Chainsaw Man characters, she feels so human. I fucking love Asa. I was so happy to see her. And it seems like War and her seem like a really good pair now. I mean, they're starting to act like Soul and Maka. You know what I mean? Like they feel really in sync.
It's really cool how far they've come. As like a pair here, it does really feel like some Soul Eater shit, like how in tune they are with each other. I wonder how in tune they'll be now that she's probably going to get some prosthetic arm.
Oh, well, see, now that's a good question, right? Because we had been discussing, even in our last video, you know, because we were like talking like she doesn't really count as a hybrid. She's like a fiend, but a fiend where the body's been kept alive, right? If she was a hybrid, her arm would just grow back. So the question is, how much can the War Devil, is she in her body enough, or however their contract works, whatever classification of fiend / hybrid / whatever in the middle, can War Devil grow her arm back? That's going to be an interesting question. Because like I want to say no, because I mean she still has like a but then again, no, she's, because the first time we see War take her over, she like remember her head got like blown off. That's what the scars are, you know, like got cut, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then she grew that back. So I mean, I feel like there's no reason she wouldn't be able to, but I agree that it'd be cool as fuck if she got like a fake arm. But I don't know if the technology in Chainsaw Man World is at fake arm level. You know, at least
I mean, yeah. At some point in the 90s, we started giving war veterans the prosthetics, so.
Right, but I want it to be a cool anime prosthetics.
Not some shovel arm.
Oh, just tell Alexa to shut up. Sorry. Sorry, Alexa's screaming about me paying the electric bill.
Oh. Yeah, that's the thing you gotta do, Brad. This and adulting suck.
Yes. She's still bid. Hold on, I'm gonna wait until she's done talking. It's distracting me. Okay, we're good. Jesus. Red, here's your reminder. Pay electric bill. I have it on that, like, if I don't tell you it's completed, just keep bitching at me every hour on the hour mode. Which is a great mode for me, because it makes it so I can't forget.
Red, remember, you need to stream the armpit fetish manga in 2 weeks.
We're gonna bring... Wait, real? Do we have a date set for that?
I should be free in 2 weekends.
You know who we're fucking calling back from the fucking bowels of the earth? Rios. We're gonna call him back. I've already I've messaged him on Twitter about like, and if he was interested, and he was.
Yeah, I'll just know what my schedule is.
By the way, for people watching, Rios is the person who drew the wonderful art of us double teaming Makima up in the corner. Our God and Savior Rios. Also, if you're wondering what image I added for this one, you know how that guy's like, "Let me watch the sunset one last time." I added a sunset, and you're probably wondering where could I have possibly added that. I am so proud of what I did. Okay, do you remember? I don't know how in tune are you with the wall? Do you memorize the wall? Do you know what's on the wall?
Red, I click the video, hit pause, and return to reply to comments. Absolutely.
You need to look at the wall. I put a lot of effort into the wall. Okay, look. Okay,
I want the wall nuked.
Not yet, bro. Okay, we'll talk about the wall in a second. Okay, so I put a little PNG of a sunset, like a little cartoon clip art sunset, and I put it behind the stick figures fucking. So it looks like they're fucking on the beach. It's beautiful. I'm so proud of it, dude. It actually looks so good. Here, I'm going to show you.
I choked on my fucking puff bar at that.
Let me look at the sunset one last time. Kumbaya, my lord. As like two people are like, ah, ah, ah. He's like, well, I was trying to look at the sunset, but this guy is fucking...
I'm trying to praise our Lord and Savior, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, this guy is raw dogging his girl as I'm trying to... one last sight before they put me to death. Although they won't be able to because he's a hybrid, so, you know, probably just lock him down with the... Remember where
throw him in the raft like in Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, remember where they had the Future Devil just like down in the fucking like like dungeon.
God.
Here, look at how perfect this looks.
Oh my god.
See, it looks like one image, but it's two. It's perfect. Kumbaya.
It's cursed as fuck, and I love it.
Okay, so for those who haven't heard, if you're new, I've been adding one image corresponding to the chapter since the beginning. Thus, all the bullshit. Look around. Try to guess which image corresponds to which chapter. Except for the one with us just double teaming Makima, that just had to be there because it was godly and our true art. So my challenge to myself is that I cannot erase any of these things until something happens in the narrative where it makes sense. So, like, if the apocalypse begins, if a giant explosion goes off, something has to happen where it's like, ooh, the explosion washed away all the images, except for the godly art from Rios, because we have that nailed to the wall. So that's what I'm waiting for.
That's the canon for the wall. It is cursed. I love it, but it needs to stop.
The wall will be there until Fujimoto blesses me with the ability to erase it.
The wall will be there when only cockroaches roam this universe. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah, the aliens will find this on my thumb drive, which I am not using. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Can I have like 2 minutes to do a call to arms here?
No. If it's cringe, no.
No. Anime NYC.
You don't have enough people. There will not happen.
Let me try, goddammit.
Okay.
Anime NYC. They're the author of The Ancient Magus Bride is there. I will pay you for the autograph and to ship it to me if you are there. Please.
I'm gonna hypothetical person who's gonna do this for Vex. I'm gonna be your best friend right now, and I'm gonna sweeten the deal. Okay. Don't just pay them for the autograph and the shipping. You need to pay them for their trouble. I want you to double it. Pay them like a convenience fee.
I'll pay them a convenience fee.
There you go. So you're gonna make some profit off of this. You're not just gonna break even.
Oh no.
And we'll slob your knob metaphorically on a video. We'll be like, oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can reach me on Twitter or any social media that you want. I have them all still, sadly.
Find Controlled Chaos on Twitter, and then from there you can find Vex's Twitter.
Yep.
Is our Twitters linked on this channel? I don't fucking remember.
I don't know.
I'll go into the
the
fucking bowels and see if I can do that. Oh no, but you post cringe on our Twitter though. It's too much cringe. I don't like it.
The only one that posts cringe on.
Well,
there,
yeah.
okay?
Surprise, surprise. Luke posts cringe. We all know this. Love you, Luke.
You also have access to it.
Well, that's why. Yeah.
What's stopping you from posting
the cringe? It's too late. I can't save it. It's been cringe poisoned, to be honest.
There's no such thing as cringe poison. When we dressed, you fucking turned me into the future devil, and
so
I
good.
Dressed in all the Hago clothing as the fucking hentai.
No, see, I don't know.
There's no such thing as cringe.
There's a delicate balance of cringe.
No, fucking blow me. Fucking blow me,
yeah.
right?
Well, y'all motherfuckers in your mid-30s posting memes on there. It's looking like a goddamn 9gag for him.
Fucking 9gag. I haven't heard of that since I was in college. Okay?
Exactly. And I haven't heard of that since I was in fucking middle school. That's our age gap, mister.
Yeah, also speaking of on the channel, you can go and buy the merch.
I hate that.
There is Chimera logo merch. There you go.
I did not approve of this.
I'm
fronting
the fee. Okay,
yeah.
you don't get a say till there's profit.
But this is okay, you better tell me when there's profit, because you could easily just be like, nope, no profit yet, as you're like Scrooge McDucking in the fucking pool.
Right, of our 300 viewers, while I'm Scrooge McDucking in a bunch of pennies.
I hope it's not like garbage quality. You get like a garbage quality t-shirt. Are those t-shirts being made by like Chinese kids in like a sweatshop?
No.
I no doubt they are. What's this website?
Stream Elements. It's where a lot of streamers start making their merch, and then from there, if it continues to be a thing that is utilized.
I do love Chimera. So Chimera is our mascot, everybody. She was originally drawn and designed by Utena DMA. I don't know if that's still her Twitter.
Darian, I believe.
Let me actually find her handle so I can. I fucking love. I think unironically she popped off so hard with the design of that shit. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Miss Darian with underscores in between that and after.
Perfect. Okay. And then redrawn on this channel by my girlfriend. And my girlfriend has like a bunch of like sexy pinups of her too. If anyone wants those for the spank bank.
I'm sure at the point where we do a second run of this, we'll use your hentai-fied version that Ali made, and then.
Well, we already the version on this channel is the version Ali made. It's just not aware. Porn. I mean, it's close to porn. Have you seen her? Let me hold on. Let me actually look at it again. How much is this just showing here? God damn it! I hate YouTube's search feature so fucking much, dude.
YouTube has turned into absolute fucking garbage with its search feature.
Literally search controlled squared, and I'm getting nothing, bro.
Chaos squared.
Oh, right.
You're the one that came up with the name.
Listen, man.
Searching for the wrong thing.
In the moment, it was just that you and Thurman and I were having like this fucking heated blah blah blah, and then you guys wanted to do different shit than me, and I was like, no, actually, because it'll drop the views to 3, and I was right, and so I didn't want to fucking fight it, so I was like, here, take the channel that we have thousands of subscribers on, and I'll just do my thing on this brand new channel. Shocker. Controlled squared, but I'm glad you're having fun.
That's what it's supposed to be. And then now you're wanting to bring more and more content back as well.
True, but I've always focused on manga. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yes. Okay. Have you had a chance to look at the cover photo of Chaos Squared? It's so good.
Let me try and eke out a second tab on my
She's got that
here.
like I don't even know what this type of clothing is called, but it's like. Like a one-piece leotard thing. I don't even know. Like it's it's digging into the pussy folds is what I'm saying. Like you can just see it.
Let's see. Yeah, she's got that bodysuit going on.
God, it's such a good design, dude. Fun fact about that character. Utena messaged us separately when it was me, Vex, and Thurman. Thurman was the third guy. I don't know if people would know him. And she asked us each individually.
Well, I mean, I'm sure some of them will watch the One Piece videos that you did do.
Yeah. But anyway, she asked us each individually what our favorite animals were. And I believe...
Mine was the red panda.
Yeah. So red panda, crocodile, that's the tail. That was Thurman. And I said duck just because, like, it's always been... As a kid, I used to say duck, and I love Psyduck, and I haven't really thought about it since, so I was like, sure, duck. And so that's why she's got duck feet, crocodile tail, and red panda ears. And somehow, Utena eked out an amazing design out of that. I can't fucking believe it. It's crazy.
I hate that she has duck feet because I don't find the feet attractive.
The feet don't have to be attractive.
I'm the one with the foot fetish here.
Well, sorry. You know what? That's my part. That's what she got from me, okay? When we fucking like all put our like blood into a little center alchemist circle and fucking did the
I'm missing 10 years of my life.
Yeah, when we spawned her from our essence and our desire to be fucked by like a monster girl, I gave her the duck feet, and you're gonna have to fucking deal with it, okay?
I'll just put paper bags over the feet while I fuck it.
just keep socks on. Paper bags. You're fucking her, and there's like the rustle. It sounds like a fucking Ruffles chip bag. Like
it's the most Michigan thing you can say.
No way, Ruffles is just Michigan. There's no fucking way.
Midwestern thing you can say.
All right, I don't know. Anyone who's... Y'all know what Ruffles chips are? Some fucking sour cream and cheddar Ruffles? Come on, mother. I just had some of those.
Salt and vinegar, bitch. Salt and vinegar.
Ew. Okay, back to Chainsaw Man. Why don't we?
Yeah.
So I will say, like, turn of events here are really interesting because, like, it set up like this Chainsaw Man Church group as like, and I'm hoping this is the last like bait and switch misdirect for a bit because we had discussed that like it seems like it's like haha this is happening no haha this is happening no, and it's like okay that stops being fun after a while. I just want to see something happen, right? So I'm hoping that maybe this was the intention where it's like setting up like you think it's gonna be the Chainsaw Man Church, but actually public safety is like a real concern here. But at the same time, Fami had this whole plan with the Chainsaw Man Church. But I wonder if failure was part of her plan, because like when they were like, oh, they're all laughing at me, she was like, that's the point. So like, I'm curious. It's hard for me. I'm having a hard time keeping together all the fucking elements, and I'm like, okay, they've failed here, at least seemingly. But Fami was like super confident that like that was all part of the plan, or at least I that's the vibe I got, right? But at the same time, you have, what is his name, Bareem, the flamethrower guy, who's like real calm, but at the same time almost looking like he's like enjoying his last view of the sun before they lock him in the dungeon.
Well, we know that's more than likely going to be his fate.
Right, but I mean, like, I almost wonder, is he sussily like too calm? Like is it like a calm where it's like all part of Kakaiku, right?
All according to Kakaiku.
I can't tell. Like, it could be a genuine, like, well, we fucked up. Or it could be, it almost feels too easy. It's hard to tell, you know? But at the same time, what it does do is it makes public safety look very competent, which is rare in these kind of stories for, like, the like, division of people to, like, be competent. You know, normally, like think of Bleach, right? Like, all of them are useless except for, like, the lieutenants and the captains, you know? So it's kind of nice. It's nice for them to feel, like, really competent, at the very least.
Yeah, it's nice because we have this moment here where there's no seeming failure for what is supposed to be our good guys too, right? Because we're so used to, in part one, watching public safety be cannon fodder.
Yeah, the vibes have changed, so it's really surprising how like few deaths we're getting.
Right, and it almost feels like during that time period between part 1 and 2, they underwent a lot of training, which makes you want.
Good.
That makes you wonder, like, is that what Kishibe's been doing? Is training them since he's top of the verse?
Yeah. See, I was gonna agree with you completely. They feel, at least to me, they feel a lot more competent, right? Like, and I love that they even have like. They have a specific person to, like, figure out what the name of a devil is. I like that a lot. Like, what do they call him? The devil name consultant. So a guy who can kind of look him over and be like, yep, this is justice. And they're like, you sure it's not the fairness or equality devil? It's like, no, it's justice. And before we get to the, you know, the reveal that, like, all of these people that have been saying that they made contracts with the Justice Devil, it hasn't been the Justice Devil this whole time. That's interesting. I wonder what that is. But, like, the fact that there's a fairness and equality devil, I'm like, who? Who is scared of that? I guess rich people? Politicians?
Yeah, America right now.
I guess people that would be scared of, like, the type of people that would be scared of...
The church?
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, equality. Oh, man, I might not have to sell one of my 3 yachts. No. That's really funny.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Burnham,
you missed it. I fucking slid an Epstein in there.
I heard. I was trying to ignore that.
No, you weren't. You're you.
I wonder when Bo Burnham's going to make another special. I need another special.
Oh, me too. You know, I mean, the last time he did an interview, they were basically like he what he has said is that, like, he's not the type of guy to, like, make stuff just because, like, he has a quota. Like, oh, it's been a while since I made stuff. He said next time he has something he wants to say, he'll make something, but no sooner. So, like, he's the type of guy who, like, he's gonna chill until he gets, like, inspiration. So, like, it could be tomorrow, it could be 10 years from now. I respect it, though. I mean, it's smart. It's kind of like Togashi, right? Like when Togashi comes back, it could be like a normal ass chapter, but like the world explodes with hype. Same thing with Bo Burnham. Like, because he's not constantly putting shit out, when he puts something out, it's gonna be like.
It's the difference between a Matt Rife and a Bo Burnham, basically.
Yeah. Did you watch the little outtakes he came out with a year after Inside? That was some good extra content. I didn't expect. Yeah.
I didn't expect him to do outtakes because that's a first for him. But I guess because there was so much that he filmed, because he did it, you know, during COVID.
I mean, and we got the peak. They're really gonna make me vote for Joe Biden from that one.
Yep.
How is the best case scenario, Joe Biden? That is so perfect to me. I love that because he is acknowledging that, like, yes, we do have to vote for Joe Biden, but it fucking sucks. It's the perfect message. It's like, all right, guys.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't.
So, Red, if I was to run for president next election, would
absolutely
you run
not.
as my vice president?
I wouldn't trust you in a position of power, Vex. You're massively bipolar.
So? Name a politician that isn't.
I don't know, man. I don't
Listen. When your fucking choices are 2 predators and a geriatric fossil, it's time for a millennial to be in there.
Yeah, but not you. I'm sorry. I don't trust you with the red button.
Turn this whole planet into Reach.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know what? Time to glass the world.
My favorite video game always was Fallout. or fucking what is the goddamn? I've already forgot what that fucking cartoon is called. Gumball,
Oh, God.
where he's like, I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip right to the end. God, that show, man.
I respect the fuck out of that show.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to come back.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So I guess like, do you have any takes on what that could mean? The fact that it was like this whole time. I mean, from the beginning, like I
mean, it makes sense that this world is teeming with deceit, because we've seen the fact that there's multiple contracts out there that seem to be lingering in the background. We know that Aki had multiple contracts going on, so it doesn't make any, difference if there's multiple devils out there trying to parade and.
Well, yeah, what that means is that there's probably a devil out there, like, pretending to be, like, he's telling people that that he's Justice Devil. Which, like, kind of makes sense to me because, like, I never got the vibe from all these people that are like, this is my justice is to defend the teacher that was fucking me. Because it was the girl, right? I'm trying to remember. Because I don't know. It seemed very strange. I mean, like, I kind of got it, but it seemed, like, weird, like for that. Because that power didn't seem like a Justice Devil thing. Like, okay, you get, like, a weird monstrous form that corresponds to your... To me, Justice Devil, the type of power you get from the Justice Devil would be a lot more like... You can, like, hypnotize people or make people do what you want, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It wouldn't make sense for Justice to be going around like a slut, just giving out contracts willy nilly. But at the same time, justice is different to everybody. Like what we perceive as justice. Look at the difference between, say, Daredevil and Batman.
True.
Or like
Spider-Man. Or L and Light.
Right. Like justice is different to everybody. So it did, to me at least, make a little bit more sense that it would be one of those devils that would make multiple contracts.
No, yeah, that does make sense. My thing is, like, why is the contract always manifesting as, like, I give you, like, a Hulk form? You know what I mean? Seems strange.
There it is. It's the Mark Ruffalo devil, right?
Yeah, Ruffalo.
The only fucking Hulk that's been good.
But yeah, I don't know. I wonder what... I mean, do you have any idea of, like, what devil it could actually be, now that we know it's not Justice?
Deceit devil.
That makes sense, right?
Everybody's afraid of being deceived, so, like, why not?
And then the deceit devil deceives people? It could also be, like... I mean, we still have to know who that shadowy motherfucker in the background... I still think to that one chapter where Fammy's like, yes, go out there and talk about the Chainsaw Man Church. It's okay that they're laughing at you. And then some shadowy motherfucker in the background's like, yes, I agree.
It's Xehanort.
From Kingdom Hearts?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, definitely. That's what it is.
I mean, if there's...
I have no joke. I have no joke because I don't know anything about him, other than the brief death battle we did with him versus Aizen that had blown out audio.
I've been trying to resurrect that with the AI that I use to boost audio for our
recordings. Oh yeah, because the audio, it was just like 100% all blown out because we had it like plus 30 million decibels on accident, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, between that and the old Fi-Fi mics, just cardioid cell just being completely bashed in.
Speaking of death battle, and I feel like this is really relevant to the video that we're doing right now because it is a chainsaw.
We talked about it in the last podcast we filmed the other night.
Oh, bro.
Makima versus Gojo.
I'm leaning toward, as much as I love Makima, I'm leaning towards Gojo bopping her, but like...
Gojo's gonna just shit stomp Makima.
I mean, Makima has like deception and like manipulate. Like, Makima's a better like tricky, I'm gonna fuck with you fighter, whereas Gojo is just gonna like pop you like a grape.
Yeah, he's going to pop you like a grape, and then everybody's going to jizz their pants.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to believe that Makima could do something. I mean, she has like all those contracts. So Gojo's gonna have to get around the contracts Makima has about, like whenever she dies, it like goes to a Japanese citizen. Like how do you get around that? You know what I mean?
He snaps his fingers and makes her explode. That's it.
No, but it wouldn't happen. Remember she got like peppered by Gun Devil, but it didn't do anything because it all went to rando citizens.
So all of Japan dies and the twink wins.
Yeah, Gojo would have to like. I mean, that's something he could probably do. He'd open his domain expansion. Fucking yeah. I don't even know. I'm curious how they're gonna do that battle. I'm very excited, and like people don't be ass mad, okay? Just fucking enjoy it. All right, like who even if it's like inaccurate, I'm just excited to see how they play it out.
I'm going to watch it and then not log on to social media for like 48 hours because the internet's going to be a cesspool.
Yeah, I saw the last one was fucking Megatron versus Frieza, random as fuck. I mean, I guess not. Are they both like space Hitlers?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
They are both space races, so it makes sense.
Go ahead.
They also are both like multi-dimensional beings where they can just nuke entire universes.
Why
so.
haven't they done a Maka versus Ruby yet? I want that so fucking bad.
Licensing?
No, they have
Maka?
Ruby, and what do you mean? It's clearly fair use. They use random motherfuckers all the. No, it's definitely not because of that. They've used like every character, like you know what I mean?
Maybe Okubo doesn't want them to use.
No, what do you mean? You're crazy. You're making shit up right now. Like it's fair use.
I have no idea. It's one of the most highly requested ones. That's the only thing I can logically fucking get is like every time they try to make it, they're like no. But at the same time, like they have a partnership with Crunchyroll, which has like the dub of I can't.
And then Ruby is their own thing, so there's no issue there. They could even get
being like put through Crunchyroll Studios.
They could even get Lindsay to fucking voice Ruby for it, which would be cool as fuck. I mean,
she's doing fucking
VTubing, yeah.
VTubing.
I mean, I don't blame her for that. That's a move you would make. I know that's a move you would make if you had some popular character, because that's easy content creation right there.
Absolutely, that's what I've been using to stream with, because I don't want to show the backdrop of a fucking hotel while 4 other people are in the back of it too. So like every time I want to stream, I just use a VTube model.
Nice. Yeah. Well, that's just my hope. I hope that we get that one day, because I would. That fight would be fucking awesome, dude.
I also they've had King Mickey. I want Xehanort to go just fucking ham.
I mean, and the further I get in Soul Eater, the more it works, because like you know how like Ruby can quote unquote fly by using like the kickback of her like sniper rifle, and then now Maka can fly because she's used her Gogori soul to like make wings on her fucking scythe. It's so cool. God, it'd be so cool, bro. Can you imagine like Ruby fucking like bamming around in the sky, and then Maka with the fucking like wings on her scythe, and they're fighting in the sky. Ugh.
It'd be the one good piece of Ruby animation.
Yeah, you know, I never watched the new season. Was it any good?
Animation wise, it was pretty good. Story wise, not so
mid as always. Yeah.
Like I love Alice in Wonderland. It is one of my favorite pieces of fiction, and the fact that they had a universe where the plot of Ruby should make sense 100%, and they just turned it into fan service and absolute horseshit story. Pissed me off.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it at some point. At the very least to see cool fights.
So.
Yeah, I'll do it eventually. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to talk about here.
I really... There's one other thing. Let me get my phone here. It should be charged enough.
I will say, while you're looking for that, this series recently, and I'm hoping that it's leading somewhere, but like it has been just blue balls the manga, and that's okay if you're going somewhere, if you're eventually gonna let me let out this copious nut, but like I'll be honest with you, bro. I was so hyped when she was like, I'm going to turn my entire apartment room into a weapon, and I wanted to see that shit. And like everything else that in the past like month that he's been like, this is going to happen. Just kidding. It's like, and I get it. It's cool. You're doing like a whole like, nah, Yoshida came in there and cut her arm off before she could do it. That's awesome. But man, I wanted to see room 606 turn into a weapon. I was really hoping to see like a cool zoom out of the apartment, and then like her, like just the square of the room that she owns, like her apartment is just like gone. That would have been sick as fuck.
It really is.
But yeah, blue balls devil.
I'm really curious here, because we have the door popping back in, right, where Yoshida just barges in and cuts her arm off.
I'm starting to think Fujimoto just really likes drawing doors in a spooky fisheye lens.
Yeah, it's one of those that's just like fucking weird that it's a focus again, right?
I just think he likes that aesthetic. Like, ooh, the door. Someone's at the door. He does that shit a lot.
Yeah. And I wonder if there's anything to go on with them singing Kumbaya.
You know, I don't know. Like sometimes the way he writes, it feels like deep for deep's sake. Like, ooh, look how deep I am. Because you can imagine how this would be cool.
14 and deep kind of thing.
Sometimes, right? Like, I mean, like, I've always enjoyed that. It reminds me a bit of, the chapter a while ago that people really liked, the choo-choo, right? When, like, they're fighting while that's happening. Scenes playing out while someone is singing or, like, saying something, and, like, the scene pans to, like, stuff happening elsewhere where they keep saying the thing. That's a cool trope, right? One of the first times I saw it, like, and it, like, blew my mind was in Hunter x Hunter when Corollo is, like, composing the Requiem for Uvo, and he's, like, and you see all the carnage, and you hear, like, him talking and, like, kind of giving the funeral eulogy. Like, it's cool. I do wonder if there's any deeper meaning. I don't know. And when he's saying "my lord," I don't know. Was he a real believer in chain? Because, like, I'm trying to think. From what we knew about this guy, he wanted. I took it as he wanted the physical Chainsaw starter, or like the actual, like, thing that, like, Puchita, the thing that turned him into Chainsaw Man. So maybe he actually did deify Chainsaw Man, but he didn't like. But he was smart enough to separate them from Denji, right? He's like, okay, Denji's holding back my god, Chainsaw Man, right? And maybe that was his plan, because they wanted to bring out Chainsaw Man, and seemingly maybe they had some sort of, like, Gojo prison cube situation where they were going to be like, all right, Chainsaw Man's out, and then, like, they were going to, like, somehow, or maybe they were going to pull a Makima and just, like, try to rip his heart out again. I don't know.
Yeah.
But why would he need to be transformed into Chainsaw Man to do that? You wouldn't think he would. You'd think that they could just rip into his heart. I guess, and maybe I'm stupid. This will be the last thing I say, and then I'll hand it to you. Tell me in the comments if I'm being an idiot, but, like, I'm having a hard time grasping motives for a lot of these characters. Like, I'm trying to figure out what, like, maybe, it's all guesswork. It's like, okay, Yoshida probably is just following orders, but what did Bareem, is that his name, Bareem?
Yeah.
What did he want, exactly? Like, he wanted to draw out Chainsaw Man. He was like, I'm gonna kill Asa if you don't. But, like, why? Like, am I missing something? Has it just gone over my head? Like, tell me in the comments if you know.
Yeah, that's the issue I've been having a bit as well. And it's not like it's... And I said this in the update video I filmed the other night. I'm not finding the issue to the point where, like, I was having it with Promised Neverland. But I am finding a little bit of issue.
Oh, nowhere near as bad. It's still at least enjoyable.
I am having an issue with, like, how it's being paced, like you. Like, it's very oddly paced, and it's, like... it's
definitely not just us. I don't know if you've seen, but people are talking about it in the Reddit as well. Like that.
I've seen a little bit of it. I don't log into Reddit that much.
I'll see if I can find the post. Go ahead, keep talking.
But, I'm finding the same issues I had during Part 1, during the International Assassins arc, where, like, everything was all over the place. But it did come to a head as that arc wrapped up, and then we started getting towards endgame shit. So I figure we're going to, piggyback off of that, that pacing style, because it seems to be how he writes. Like, he has a beginning and he has an end, but he doesn't really have a middle.
Yeah. No, I definitely believe that. If this arc is, like, the parallel to, like, the International Assassins arc, which was, like, the messiest, seemingly most non-essential arc of Chainsaw Man, which it was fun, but it was, like, real messy. At least in my opinion. It felt like it had a lot of unnecessary characters and yada yada. But yeah, I mean, no doubt we're gonna get some godly shit, but it definitely, and maybe he's gonna weave it together like a genius, and, like, it's gonna be like, in retrospect,
everything has mattered up to this point anyway, even if we didn't think it did,
exactly. Yeah.
So, like, he does eventually tie everything together. It's just how he does it at times is frustrating as fuck. And I find the same issue with a lot of series, but it's never to the point where I'm finding reading Chainsaw Man taxing, because it takes, like, 2 minutes to read a chapter of Chainsaw Man.
Exactly. He's really good at doing that, yeah. And I'm always intrigued enough to, like, see what's going on in this story,
Whereas, like, with Promised Neverland, you had to, like, analyze shit that was going on in the background, because you had, like, the religions and all the shit that was going on.
Well, it's like we talked about with Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland was a strictly plot-based story, or it was a plot-driven story, right, with zero character-driven elements, at least to me, right? It felt like the comparison I was used to make with Promised Neverland, and of course I'm talking about post-first arc, it felt very, like, computer or video game NPCs walking from side quest to side quest with zero character at all. It was just like, now we must go do this. Here we are.
We must go get the 6th MacGuffin and go and get a bunch of XP to where we can go level up and then go to the next quest.
Here we are doing the thing. We've done the thing now. This thing tells us to go to the next thing. It leads us to this thing. Aren't we so clever because this thing leads to this other thing? It's like, yeah, and something that I will always appreciate about Chainsaw Man, even its kind of messier elements that we've been getting recently, seemingly, it's always been character driven. To me, at least. And now, and I will say, that might even be one of the issues, because lately it has kind of drifted into feeling like it's just event after event after event, right? It's like, and then the church happens, and then this happens, and then these guys show up, and it's like, I want a little bit more. I think I wish he would just stop introducing new elements and start focusing and concluding elements we've already opened. That's kind of, but I suppose he's trying to make like this big thing with like a million different factions. And yeah.
I wish he would give us time to cool down.
Yeah, I would love another, like 3 to 4 chapters of like Slice of Life. Although, I don't know. I think we need another, because the last time like the action felt like good and it wasn't blue ballsy was the Falling Devil stuff. Mm-hmm. The Falling Devil stuff was great. That felt like classic Fujimoto, classic Chainsaw Man. That felt like well paced. Mm-hmm. But ever since then, it's been like, this is gonna happen and it's over. This is gonna happen. Oh, it actually happened off screen. The raid on there. Oh no, it's gone. It's like, okay, where are we going with this?
If we had a moment to cool down after this, and then we ramped up to like one big like action sequence, I think it would feel.
I would love that. Yeah, I hope so.
And that's what I think is actually going to happen, because we're seeing Bareem being walked off. We see Yoshida here. Before we see the cut here, we see him looking a little somber, like he almost didn't want to do this. Bottom panel where we're seeing a Kumbaya in the cityscape in the background.
My Lord. Are you talking about? You're not talking about the page that's. Wait, who are we talking about? Yoshida?
Yoshida, they're on page 15.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely. There's got to be more to Yoshida, and I hope we learn it soonish, because I'm very curious what his deal is, and like, because I mean,
he looks like somber and like he has regrets for attacking Asa here.
Right, because they say, let me actually go back and read what they were earlier in the chapter when they're talking about taking an Asa here. So they talk about, the miners with the illegal contracts. We're gonna, so they're sending them to a devil control center, probably to like, either teaching them how to control the contract better if it's like a contract they can't be getting rid of, or find a way to get rid of them. There's probably like specialists for that, where it's like, okay, what kind of devil did you contract with? Is it a devil that's reasonable where we can kind of undo the contract, or if it's one that's not reasonable where your contract is permanent, we'll at least teach you how to best navigate this new contract that you're now stuck with. But then they talk about how I'm authorizing the capture of War Devil, aka Asa, which surprised me, because I was like, oh, how do they know that? Like, that's hell of an intel they have, because like I always thought that was kind of like she's got that identity secret, but at the same time, it has been like a year and a half. She's been fighting publicly, so she's probably, I imagine she hasn't been super secretive about like transforming into the War Devil in public.
Right.
And they say Cant leaves the church's poster girl out in the wild, and he's like, I was really hoping that she would turn Chainsaw Man into a weapon, which I guess they were hoping they'd take each other out. But like, it seems like their main thing here is like, they really want to take down the idea of Chainsaw Man, the Chainsaw Man Church, and even though Asa is not like a bad person at all, and she's objectively just been like helping people with devil attacks, they're like, nope, she's connected to the church, we got to take her down, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit of corruption there too from that division. So that's why I feel like he's mournful here, and we're going to learn hopefully more about his motivation, what his story is, and everything, because it's very much needed at this point to know more about Yoshida. But I am all in favor of killing our twink at this point.
Well, also, I know you're talking about Yoshida, but like the guy that's authorizing them capturing Asa is not Yoshida. He's like some rando. Unless, I'm terrible with like the faces and Fujimoto stuff, so this could be like some previously established guy, but like he looks like some rando to me.
He looks familiar, but at the same time, Fujimoto does have a bit of that same face syndrome with the government officials anyway.
Definitely. I also really enjoy the smug look on Sexual Assault Chan as Bareem is getting arrested. You know, because in the last chapter when he showed up, or the last couple chapters, she was very, because I mean she really is protective of Denji. She definitely cares for him in whatever weird, toxic, unhealthy way that she does. And so there was definitely a moment where she was like, I mean, she had this look on her that she was about to like I will bitch slap a motherfucker, and I really want to see her fight. I really want to see her fight, and I hope we see it soon. I want to see her take down a
more than a ball bat. You know?
Yeah. I want to see her take down a motherfucker, because she, like, the vibe I got from her when Bareem sat down was like she was ready to slap a bitch, like motherfucker.
As she should.
Yeah, because he was doing the, she did this whole like, it's important, you're a person, you're not just Chainsaw Man. I'm a Denji fan. I'm not a Chainsaw Man fan. And then Bareem's like, not me. I'm a fucking I will never ever get over. I got my Chainsaw Man lighter. Chainsaw Man branded. I love that, dude. I ate a fucking bowl of Chainsaw Man fruity pebbles this morning.
You know damn well there's fucking Chainsaw Man everything.
Yeah, and he ain't getting a single set for it. It's like no one came forth and claimed it, so we're all taking the profit for it.
Fucking Kellogg's over here.
Oh my god. But yeah, so like I just love how smug she looks. She's like, yep, yeah, crazy, your fucking plan didn't work. And I love Denji being protective brother mode, like kind of holding Nayuta, like, stay the fuck away from her, because he's had multiple threats from multiple different places. One agent or one side of things was like, we're gonna kill Asa. Other side of things was like, we're gonna kill Nayuta. So Denji's like, ain't getting fucking near Nayuta, no sir.
I will turn into Chainsaw Man, and I will kill a motherfucker if you try to hurt my daughter.
Exactly. And like, that's something I hope we see soonish. I really want to see a moment where like he feels like he has to turn into Chainsaw Man, but then like Sexual Assault Chan's like, no, that's why I'm here. I got this. That's my job. And then she fucking destroys. Like, I want her to be stupid powerful.
She turns into a fucking RPG and shoots somebody through the heart.
I don't want her to be a hybrid. I want her to just be like a normal, like kind of like Aki. I want her to be like Aki, normal Devil Hunter with like a lot of really, really crazy good contracts. Probably someone that would maybe be willing to give up a lot of her lifespan to protect Denji, because she has this weird like deity thing with him. Even though he failed to protect her parents, I feel like immediately formed this like parasocial relationship with him when she was like, oh my god, he's just a kid. He's just like us for real.
Yeah, I figure that's more of what she is. So, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. My brain shut.
Also, people are I'm sure you're gonna like this because you don't really like Rize, unlike everybody else. But people are like confirming that they probably don't have Rize because she mentions Bo and Katana are already with us.
Yes.
But that also confirms we were wondering. So yeah, like somehow they got Katana. That's actually huge. Katana Man's working for public safety. He was like, because
he did it willingly.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably like an offer he couldn't refuse situation, right?
Yeah, the public safety is looking more and more like the mafia here.
Yeah, they're getting a little hardball seemingly lately. Yeah. And they do bring up the option of like, hey, maybe you could work for public safety too, because she's like, why don't you work for public safety next? She could be like mocking him. It's possible, but I could also see them maybe actually convincing him. I mean, it would depend. I mean, he just attempted like a very serious terrorist attack, so I mean, we'll see.
I mean, look at how we brought over Nazi scientist Red. Would it be beyond the government's reach?
Oh, no doubt. It would come down to how much do they trust him, right? Like, because this guy already tried to do some sneaky shit, so like. And like an uber religious guy, hard to trust. Like, you know what I mean? Like this man's singing "Kumbaya, my lord" as they're fucking arresting him. Like, I don't know if he's all mentally there.
Fucking going all Charles Manson there.
Kumbaya, my lord. Yeah.
Next time we see him, he'll have like a mullet and a beard.
Next time we'll see him, he's gonna be Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
get him.
Sometimes we just gotta get rid of people.
Sorry, the cameras were off, and we were both eating our fucking Subway sandwich in the other room with our fucking earbuds in.
We didn't hear a thing as he was strangled to death from himself.
So the question,
the flamethrower hose just wrapped around his neck.
Yeah. So I guess the question here is, what happens to Asa now? They take her in. Mm-hmm. Her arm's fucking cut off now. What does War do? Now, there can be an interesting thing now where because he's cut off her arm, maybe her fear skyrockets and War can't take her over. Because we know that War can't take over her body if she's feeling fear.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that, and then they fucking chain her up. But like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna try to be like, you're gonna work for us now? You're not gonna be a rogue agent. You're not gonna be a fucking, Batman vigilante. You're gonna work for us, or you're never gonna see daylight again. They might do something like that.
I mean, that's more than likely what's going to happen here, and it just will further solidify the fact that public safety's got bad shit, and that'll probably be where Denji goes ham.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect like motives though, because like we had that scene a while back where Yoshida was like, "Hey, stay away from Denji," and I'm trying to remember what the reasoning he gave was. He might have just literally said, "Stay away from." In fact,
That's all he said.
because I think I made the joke. I was like, "Elaborate? No, I don't feel like it. Bye."
Yeah, he just said, "Stay away from Denji," and then dipped.
And stole the plushie. Don't forget. you remember that?
Yeah, he's a little bit of a bitch.
Yeah. So I wonder. I'm so confused, bro. I can't fucking nail down his motive unless it is like something where like he really did kind of want the best for Denji, but then like it went too far, and they were like, "All right, we got to start taking down motherfuckers." Maybe he was trying to like, but it's because like the other guy, the guy in the beginning of this chapter, is like, "Man, I really wish Asa had like taken down Chainsaw Man for us." Which like, but why? Why does the public safety want that? Because Chainsaw Man is an asset to them. I know he's kind of like a rogue element, but he's definitely
different divisions.
That's true. He's definitely an asset, though. I mean, like, I guess maybe they've given up on because they've gotten they've gotten Quan and Katana Man to work for them. Are they just like not even attempting to do that with Chainsaw Man because like there's no way? Like
Well, it must be like different divisions have different motives. Like,
maybe. Yeah, I mean, maybe they're like, all right, with the way Makima fucking tricked him, I don't think he's ever going to work for public safety ever again.
Right, it could be that. Like, it's very bizarre. I know we need some answers because it's getting a real messy feeling right now.
Yeah, before they fucking introduce more elements, I'd like them to take a couple chapters to slowly kind of answer some questions. I hope so. Answer some fucking questions, set everything up, make the motivation super clear, make it so I know where everyone stands, and then do some crazy, crazy action shit.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Yeah.
I figure that would be the next 2 to 4 chapters.
Hopefully, yeah, because I mean, we could have an interesting thing now where if he arrests Asa and brings her in, this might lead to Asa and Denji meeting again, finally, for the first time since she perceived him to ditch her at the date, which didn't happen, but that's what she perceived.
Yep.
So this could be like an interesting...
Maybe we'll find out who the hooded figure is.
Was he hooded or was he just like in shadow and we didn't see anything? I don't think. Are we talking about the person behind Fami?
Yeah, the person.
I don't think they were hooded. I think it was just like darkness
just like
in the
a
corner.
shadow.
Yeah.
But like, maybe we'll get who that is. Maybe it was this fucker. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I want to say peace, but we haven't said anything wacky and hilarious.
I don't have anything wacky or hilarious.
I was so nervous. I was so nervous that a slur was just gonna pop out.
Nah.
No. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna find a random comment to shout out because I love doing that. Let's see here. Double B bastard 7514 wants Rize X Quan.
Yeah.
They both have lesbian energy.
Yeah. Big bisexual energy from Rize. So like we could see that.
What else we got here? Let me go to I haven't responded. The comment section. Slayerzilla54 said at this point Chainsaw Man might have a happier ending than JJK, which is a statement that I would have never thought insane about.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I believe I responded to that one as well, JJK is already over for most people.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the tweet about like Gojo is white women's Goku?
Yeah, I tweeted that like bye.
Oh yeah, it's so good because it's so true, dude. Like the way that like I've never seen Gojo. Something about Gojo brings out like the toxicity in women. Like it's like like all of a sudden they're fucking they're reduced to animals. They're fighting over like the alpha in the pack. Like no, I want a stick. No, I want a stick. I've never seen like Gojo's the secret, bro. If any of you out there have the body type of Gojo, just become Gojo and you'll get all the bitches. I mean, apparently.
Yeah, you just need a 6-pack and be multiple.
Fully white hair, beautiful, glowing blue eyes, and the power of math. Math! I mean, that is how they explained his power. Basically, they were like negative numbers and positive numbers, and I mean, it's literally like his power. Unironically, is like in Minecraft when you can like go into debug mode and like type in coordinates, and then you'll whoop to that like place. Like that's essentially what he can do.
I really would love to have his power.
His power's fucking cool, dude. He can also Minecraft creative mode float, which is my favorite. Because, like, he's not flying, right? Like, when Ichigo flies in Bleach, he's like, like Superman shit. Gojo just Minecraft creative mode floats. Like, he just hovers around.
It's so fucking...
Because he just turns off gravity for himself, essentially. He I think what he's probably doing is deleting his mass. I don't even know. Gojo power experts in the comments, hit me up.
Yeah. Honestly, like, Gojo and Panda were the two interesting characters on the series, and now they're both dead. So...
I like Toto, fucking my besto friendo guy.
No.
No, you're just wrong. Listen, okay, no, you're actually wrong. Seriously, like I will not accept your because you're just like so wrong. You're talking to someone who like finds 90% of the characters in that show boring. Toto's fucking hilarious. Okay, he has a strict rule. He starts out every interaction with a new person with a single question. He says, "Hey, what type of women are you into?" And if you give a boring answer, he's like, "I knew it. You're fucking boring." It's so funny. Like, I love that. It's actually because there's truth to that. The way that someone answers that will tell you a lot about them. Like, you know what I mean? Because like he asks the black-haired Sasuke wannabe motherfucker, and he's like, "Oh, I want a woman that I could get married to and live a long, happy life with." And he's like, "You're fucking boring." And then Hyuji's like, "I want a woman with a big ass like Jennifer Lawrence." And then he's like, "That's my motherfucker right there." I love that. That's funny.
It's funny, but like character-wise, he just sucks.
Panda was mid. I'm leaving it at that.
Okay, bye.